Hello everyone, I'm Tresleo, and we're here to inform you about all the happenings in the Supersonic Turtles.
That's right, and I'm Goggles. It's time for the Shell Report.
First of all, what the shell happened? Our soccer team, STFC, went up against Naciones Unidas, and we unfortunately lost a 4-0 game. We started off short, but I think we picked up momentum towards the end. Unfortunately, we could not capitalize on our opportunities. Goggles?
Yeah, that's just starting with not enough people. I mean, we had just enough people to field the team. It's really hard to actually get organized like that. Had too many people sitting back at the beginning, not really wanting to commit, not wanting to risk anything. Makes it difficult to adjust later on when you get set in that mindset. But yeah, it's really tough to have that kind of situation going on. Unable to, get done what we need to get done.
Agreed. It's only the second week, so we'll see how the rest of the season turns out. I'm sure we can turn it around. Moving on to our esports side of the club. Our first team is Elite Squad, and unfortunately, they took a loss in week 2. What are your thoughts on this, Goggles?
Well, it's always tough to lose in the first 2 weeks, but they're a solid squad. Had a good performance in the first couple of matches, especially. They just need to shake it off, work hard in practice. You guys can do it. Got plenty of time to turn the season around.
Fair enough. Now moving on to our next squad. Charlie Squad, for their second week of the IGL League play, lost their match 3-1. What are your thoughts about this, Goggles?
Well, it's unfortunate that they couldn't capitalize on that momentum they built in week 1, but the league has a lot of really solid teams, a really tough league to be in. I think they'll just have to, just keep working at it, and I think, they'll be all right. Next
up, Delta Squad. Unfortunately, Delta Squad was unable to move up in the standings this week. However, there's still a couple takeaways. What are your thoughts, Goggles?
Well, taking a loss is always tough for them, but for anybody really. You just have to look forward to the next one. Can't go back and change anything. So what do you think? Do they make some changes now that they've had a couple of losses, or do they just stick with what has worked for them so far?
So from my understanding is that Delta Squad is having a little bit of issue with the roster. Some players have been inconsistent, and they've been having to switch players in and out, and that can honestly mess with the team chemistry. I think if they just find a consistent roster that they can depend on with players that will show up to their games and practice together and are willing to improve together as a team, I think they can definitely pull off a couple of solid wins. Finally, for our final team, it is Echo Squad. Echo Squad had played on the IGL live stream this week again, and unfortunately they could not convert their chances, and we ended up losing 3-1. We won our first match, but after that it was pretty much downhill. What are your thoughts?
Well, that first match looked like a good, strong start. Even match number 2 looked pretty decent, but you did start seeing a few defensive struggles coming in there. The latter 2 matches, just quite a few unfortunate bounces, just not quite going in, shots going off the woodwork, and somehow managing to pop out. Not to mention those latter games, the other team always having a goalie back definitely makes it difficult.
Yeah.
You have to adjust with that, and it always makes it a big struggle.
And being part of Echo Squad, I felt like the game was going towards our favor in that first match. We definitely came out swinging, but like you said, that goalkeeper really kept us at bay, and it really didn't let us work our game as well as we could have. Not to mention, it was a little bit of an off week for all of us, but next game, we're turning it around, and we've all been working very hard to try to get that win for everyone and make the club proud. So, Echo Squad, let's get this W. For this week's challenge, we asked our club members to send us their top Rocket League bins. Here are the clips. Roll it!
those were some spicy top bins goals. And good luck to everyone in our next week's challenge, which is overtime winners.
Overall, a tough week for the Supersonic Turtles, but we will look forward to a better showing next week. Until then, I'm Tresleo.
And I'm Goggles.
See you next week. Bye-bye. Moving on to our esports side of the...
So much of it is exactly.
Cut.
My God, these are ridiculous. I look stupid, I can already tell. I can't even see.
It's still rolling? Alright, good. Stay back there just in case it...
I saw that.
Alright.
So the outro